Hello and welcome to the Good Boys Gone Bland Haunted Holiday Hotel. We hope you enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to Good Boys Gone Bland, Season 4, Episode 4, Thankskilling. I'm your co-host, Denali.
Your reluctant co-host, Ryan.
I'm your hungover host, Jace.
You see, Ryan, Jace is here to play. He may be on death's door, but he's happy to be here.
His body is here. We'll put it that way.
My brain is shriveled up and seeking every little bit of water it can.
Well, Jace, you're in luck because the best hangover cure is a delicious, nutritious meal. We're in the midst of our Thanksgiving special, folks, and we're also in the midst of our haunted holiday hotel season. Now, there was not a lot of Thanksgiving themed horror movies to pick
Which
from.
is, let's be clear, like that's not a good thing because I did not like what we were forced to eat this week.
Hey, right, no spoilers about our reviews, okay?
What are you talking about?
No spoilers. They don't know what we think yet. So before
no, we need to make it very clear from the get-go what we think.
So before we get into our reviews of the very movie-like film we saw, Thankskilling, I wanted to talk a little bit about, maybe what your guys' favorite Thanksgiving food is. Let's get into the holiday spirit a little bit. This is like an underrated holiday, I think, in terms of like, when you go home and celebrate with your fam. You guys have any favorites?
One time, I ate 12 cans of cranberry sauce by myself.
That was yesterday.
I was like 10 too.
Did you vomit?
I might have. I probably blacked out.
12 cans?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't like OD on like cranberry or something.
Yeah.
Like there's gotta be something in there. You can't. I'm not a big fan of that stuff.
No,
I'm kind of more of a like I really like gravy, and if you just it's kind of like a food wettener enhancer. You kind of dump that on anything, I go nuts. But yeah, like turkey covered in gravy, as long as the turkey ain't like super dry. I feel like a lot of people make it kind of like jerky style, and it kind of sucks.
A lot of people are really shitty cooks, and they make bad turkey, and I hate them.
Hard. Turkey's hard to get right.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Thanksgiving food?
I'm a stuffing man.
Oh, a stuffing.
Ryan loves stuffing.
You know what, and guys? I know we watched this movie, and our brains are totally fucked now. Let's reel it in. Okay, Ryan, that's very cool that you like stuffing. All right, like a lot of people don't like this food. I'm psyched that you like it.
I think we have previous conversations about how you like stuffing, like from one of our first episodes.
Yeah, right. It's been established you like stuffing. I think you've talked about it before. It's in canon.
We've been doing this stuff for a year.
Yeah, it has been. Oh shit, has it been a year now? I think
it'll be a year in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow.
2 or 3 weeks.
You think we'd be better at this stuff by now, huh?
Well, that's what I'm always told.
That's pretty amazing, though. I was actually gonna bring that up. Thank you, Ryan. But yeah, like we've put out about 34 episodes, I think, so far. And each of those episodes, a couple hours. So, we've got a decent amount of podcasting experience in our tenure. They say it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert at something. So
we need 9,990 more hours.
But to kind of go along with that, one thing that we have gotten really good at harnessing in all of our episodes is kind of the very sacred art of improv comedy.
No.
So every season
No.
we try to hone our skills.
Is that the fourth
so-
episode every season?
So I've talked to a few of my friends who actually do real improv comedy. They actually
Okay.
have done
Oh,
improv
real
classes.
improv.
Yeah, real improv. And then I asked them to kind of review some of our episodes, and they actually let me know that we are doing improv. So
We're doing it. They didn't say whether or not we were doing it. Good.
Wow.
We're definitely doing it. So, with that said, I think we can just kind of give our audience a little bit of a treat. Laugh it up, kind of, loosen up a little bit, and just do some gosh darn improv. So I'm gonna pull up this website called canigeta.com.
Oh no.
This is kind of
This
our
thing
improv
again.
generator. So for the people who haven't seen us do this before, I don't want to brag, but the three of us are kind of like the premier improv artists in our friend group.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
But
this
Absolutely not.
canigeta.com gives you a location, relationship in Word, and we just try to work through a scene. Let the yucks come naturally. Out of the three of us, I think I have the most improv experience. I think I've said that before.
yeah, you
I've
have a
taken,
total of like 5 minutes more than us.
well, I've taken 1.5 improv classes. That's individual classes, not a course. So I think I have the most
Do you
experience.
have to poop halfway through the second one?
Let's get what.
I don't know. I think I got busy or something. So, but we've been doing this together for a while. I think cumulatively our experience is kind of matched up a bit. So, just to get warmed up, I think I'll have you two kind of start us off with a scene. I can kind of coach you. Ryan, do you remember kind of the first rule about improv? Just to
Yeah, I hate it.
No, okay, but come on, Ryan. Let's get into the spirit and the season. The first rule of improv is to say yes, and if someone suggests something, you say yes, you go along with it, you build off of it. That's the first thing with improv. So Ryan, when I say, would you like some gravy, you say
No.
that's okay. See, right? Okay. Let's try it with Jace. Jace is a good improver here. So Jace, when I say, would you like a drumstick, you say
Yes, and could you put some gravy on it?
bingo. See, that was good improv. That was good improv, Ryan. Take some notes. I don't want you to become reliant on Jace for the scene. Try to find your own space. Don't get distracted. Okay. So I'm gonna try to make this a little more Thanksgiving themed, just judging by what will we pull up
This
here.
is gonna go terribly there.
So here we go. So the location is an outdoor ATM.
Oh.
The relationship is a baker and a rich idiot, and the word is stuffing. Okay,
You're making that.
ready and scene.
Well, here, well, you brought me to the ATM. Now give me the dough. Give me the dough. I baked you the dough. Now give me the dough.
I'm the baker. I bake the dough.
No, I have the. You have the dough to get my
you
dough.
are the idiot. Oh my god. You can't even remember who we are?
I make the dough to give you the dough. And you give me the dough.
You keep saying this.
Yes.
No. Okay, we should use different words. Okay, I give you bread and you give me money.
No, God, no. I have been operating my bakery for so long
See?
that
See?
Okay. Part of this was me paying you to let me pretend to be the baker.
That was fine. But you got behind the counter and I'm not going to pay for what you did.
Okay. You're just really stuffing my dreams up that turkey's ass and just lighting it on fire.
Okay, and scene. Okay, that was great, guys. That was really funny. I think some notes. I like kind of the Abbott and Costello type of play. I think that was really clever. I got a little lost. In there. I was
You
really
got
sure what was
lost.
happening.
I got lost.
I got a Jace. I like your accent work. I don't know what accent that was, but it was interesting. It was like
I really hope it wasn't
It's
racist.
probably offensive.
I hope it wasn't racist.
let's do another one.
Okay, we don't have to. Okay, let's do another one. That was a good warm up, guys. It was a good warm up. All right. So, okay. Location. An asteroid mine. Okay, guys. An asteroid mine. Kind of like Armageddon, Relationship. A yo-yo artist and an agent.
Agent?
And the word is cranberry sauce.
There we go, word.
So Jace is miming doing some yo-yo stuff right now for our audience. Could you at least make some mouth noises, Jace, to kind of give us an idea?
Yoing. Bum 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 bum.
Have you ever seen a
Cat's
yo-yo?
cradle.
I don't think Cat's Cradle is an onomatopoeia.
I think it's cool when yo-yo artists kind of like for like sight impaired, like they kind of like shout out their tricks for like the people who are in the audience. For like if they can't, if like you're in bad seats, for example, and like you want to know what's going on, and he's kind of like
Instead of text to speech, it's yo-yo to speech.
Yeah.
There's an app for that.
Okay, go. Sorry, go. All right, ready. Scene.
Where's Neo?
Oh, I like this. Okay.
I haven't finished it yet.
Do not fool me, Morpheus. We've been doing this for 1,000 years. Where's Neo?
I told you I haven't finished the move yet. That's why I'm up here on this asteroid mine in zero gravity.
Well, you're gonna have to face my zero gravity karate chops.
Okay, well, here's a meteor. Woo!
I'm gonna just dodge this. I can dodge bullets. You think I can't dodge yo-yos? There's also 1,000 of me, by the way. Even if you hit me in the face with a yo-yo, I don't think that would solve any of your problems.
That's a good move. 1,000 yo-yos.
No, dude, you have one yo-yo.
Oh my God. You are the best agent ever. I'm going to get 1,000 yo-yos, and we're going to yo-yo them all at the same time. And I'm going to win the 2022 national championships.
Okay, that's not for like 6 more months. So, bro, you have to settle this right now. You need to tell me what Neo is.
I don't have the move finished.
Oh my God, we started here.
Yeah,
Like I get nowhere with you yo-yo people. Okay,
Here.
every time it's just down and back. Every time I go somewhere, it comes back.
Yeah. Well, you know, maybe you shouldn't be an agent for yo-yoers, okay?
Oh
It's
my God, you've been saying that.
Oh, I could have so much more money if I was an agent actors.
It's not my fault I didn't do well on the entrance exam. Okay, dude, you can stop throwing that in my face.
You guys remember the word?
So
You know
I'm gonna
what?
start stuffing.
I'm gonna stuff this cranberry sauce into your mouth.
Okay, and C, that was great, guys. That was better than the first. Some notes. I think the Matrix sequel's exciting. There's going to be a Matrix 4 coming out soon. So that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. You guys mix that in there.
Yeah. For anybody who hasn't seen the Matrix movies, Matrix 4 is going to be about a yo-yo master.
It is got a yo-yo master. Mm-hmm.
It's got a flash drive in the yo-yo.
Mm-hmm.
It just counteracts the Matrix by.
Yeah, it kills the Matrix. The yo-yo. That's now that I live in Hollywood, like that's kind of like I kind of have like like Keanu Reeves came in.
You're already dropping this.
Yeah,
you're already dropping this, and you're
Keanu,
negative 3 days away from moving in.
Came by, and he was like, "You want to know who Agent Smith is in the new Matrix movie?" And I was like, "What?" And he's like, he's a yo-yo," and that was the movie. Anyways, that was a good scene, guys. I think that was a good scene. Do you guys want to do another one together, or should we mix it up?
Let's mix it up. How about
Let's mix it up. Okay.
Wow,
all right.
I've already done 2, so.
Okay, Ryan. If you think you're so flipping good about improv, let's see you coach. Jace, are you down for another one?
Always down for another one.
Okay, I typed in "Can I Get a," and all I got
You're gonna
was
do
a
the
song by
song.
JT.
Yes, this is Jay-Z's song. This has
dash.
happened 4 times now.
I don't think we can play that without paying for the right.
No, you said that last time too, and you started playing it, and I had to edit it out while we're talking. Just type in canIGetIt.com with dashes in between.
Okay.
Did you get it?
I'm not gonna fake any of these.
All right, I didn't fake anything.
Okay, the location.
Yeah.
This is cool. Moonbase Bravo.
Oh, another space one. Okay.
It says Moonbase Bravo, meaning there's more than one Moonbase, and they started naming them by the alphabet.
Yeah, I get it.
Or it was like an it's kind of like a Cold War tactic. Like you want the Russians to think you've got multiple bases, so you're like, this is base Bravo.
This is Moonbase 1 million.
Yeah.
So watch out. You just blew up 1 out of 1 million.
And the relationship is a vampire and a werewolf.
Ooh, fun. Okay.
And the word is newspapers.
Okay. All right, Ryan. Whenever you're ready to start the scene.
Let's go with start.
Yes, I'm a space vampire. I can't wait to suck on some necks out here. Man, it's tough sharpening my teeth enough to puncture a spacesuit, but I'm making it work. Oh. Ah, crap. I hope it's not one of those werewolves that are always here. I don't know why they get on the ship, because it's always a full moon on the moon. Oh, he's in a spacesuit. You know what? I feel bad. I'm gonna go up to him. Sir, are you okay? Oh no. Okay. All right. I see. Let me see your name tag. Okay. I can't read that. What's your name?
Ruff.
It actually does say Ruff. That's a weird coincidence. Okay. Listen. I'm sorry. Can you speak at all? Why you can't? You're shaking your head. You're shaking. You can't speak. Oh crap. Hey, listen. I can't. First of all, space vampire. Nice to meet you. I don't suck werewolves, so you're safe. You're safe. Okay. So why'd you get on the you know what, you can't answer questions, huh? You're kind of more of a yes and no type of guy right now.
And scene. Wow. So
Okay.
let's get some notes here. Jace, flawless. Jace, absolutely flawless.
It dawned on me that it would be stuck as a werewolf if I was on the moon.
Denali,
Yep.
Just not quite funny enough. So in the future, if you could try to be a little bit more relatable and also a little funnier and tell some more jokes.
Gotcha. Okay. Anything positive?
No, I'm sorry. That's just for Jace. Yeah.
All right, that's fine. All right, that was a good sesh, guys. That was a good sesh. Do you want to switch it up again?
Yeah.
Everybody gets two. I think that was a good scene. Jace, what's so great? You're kind of like Vin Diesel as Groot. Like in every rough, there was just a universe of emotion. There was such multitudes.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to point that out. Sorry, just taking over the coaching seat, Ryan. But anyways, Jace, do you want to take the coach's chair and let me and Ryan in the ring?
Yeah. Okay.
But we're cooperating, right? We're not fighting. This is an improv battle.
Okay. Morgue.
Oh, okay. It's a spooky one. I think this is good.
Spaceship AI and Captain.
Fuck, another spaceship one?
Yeah. The word is time.
Next week we're watching Jason X. The word's what?
Damn.
Time.
Like
time. Wait. Yeah, time. like, is that your Thanksgiving term you're giving us?
Oh, baster.
Jesus. Okay. All right. No, you know what? He's throwing us a curveball, Ryan. This is what a good coach does. He pushes us. To get better. Okay. Just let us know. Let us know when you're ready for us to start.
Okay.
Wait, what's the setting? Sorry, what's the relationship?
Spaceship AI and Captain.
Okay. And then it's in a morgue.
You're in a morgue. It could be on the spaceship.
And baster. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
It could be Turkey baster as a whole, if you would like.
Yeah.
Action.
Damn. We lost another one. Just never gets any fucking easier. Does it? Robo Bud?
All tasks for me are relatively similar if they're within my operating protocols.
Your pool of empathy is limitless, Robo Bud. Well, let's get down to this.
Okay.
Well, let's get down to this autopsy, if you don't mind. How long has it been since I've had another human crew member here, Robo Bud?
This one died 6 minutes ago.
Yep, I love taking them apart right when they're still warm. That's the best way.
I know, you told me so 4 minutes ago.
Okay. Anyways, I feel like we don't know each other very well, Robo Bud. I kind of just order you around all the time, and And
this entire conversation's being recorded. Would you like me to parse previous recordings for information based on our relationship?
I don't care. I don't care, RoboBud. See, this is why I feel like I can't penetrate. You know, you're like
August
cool
29th, 3011.
Oh my God.
You drank 3 glasses of wild turkey and pulled your pants down.
Hey, come on, man. RoboBud. Hey, I thought you were cool. Man. Come on. We all do embarrassing
results.
Stuff. What? No.
Oh.
That doesn't need to be said. Listen, what's an embarrassing thing you did once, RoboBud? Let's try that. I was vulnerable to you once. Maybe you can be vulnerable to me.
One time, user spaceman for leader was searching in my database.
No, that sounds like me again, RoboBud. That I need something for you.
One time, someone wearing a mask reached into my core.
You know what? Fuck it. Give me the turkey baster. Let's keep it moving.
And scene. That was a perfect AI.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Great, Ryan.
Definitely.
And then again, Denali, only negatives. Smoldering intensity really died out. You know, it seemed like you might have killed your crewmate, and you let go of that really quick, and then, but you know, there's some human notes. Like, you were obviously worried about your search history because, but this is improv. You're supposed to be the captain. Like, that's you. You know, you probably searched those weird things. So
totally. Yeah.
You know,
any positive notes? Any positive notes for the for my performance? Or
I did believe that the captain killed that person, you know. So
okay, maybe that was I wasn't maybe going for that, but that's okay. Cool. Well, cool. Thanks, Jace, for the coaching. I think we all really showed our chops back there. Yeah, that was another another solid improv sesh in the books, guys. I think we are honing ourselves into a gas station knife. You know, I do
think we are getting better.
I think we're getting a lot of getting a lot of yucks. You know,
once again, this word just keeps getting thrown around.
Yeah,
I've started using it unironically.
Ryan, you said you might have had something for us, a little activity before we get started.
Yes. So this is definitely darker news, you guys.
Yeah.
And I was kind of just using it to show that this is the beginning of the end times. I think really there's so many signs that this is really the end for the human race, and that all fun is going to be slowly drained out of the world.
Yeah.
Because Tom Morey, the inventor of the Boogie board, died last week.
Yeah. So I did see this. Tom Morey, inventor of the Boogie board, died at 86. It's a life well lived. He's brought a lot of joy to this world with probably one of the most radical, sickest inventions ever.
I know, right? And like, he was famous for surfing like before he invented the Boogie board too. Like, how cool is that? Yeah. He is someone who was like, I'm surfing, like I'm running a surf shop, I'm doing everything. Let's cut what I'm doing in half. Yes. And sell it for 1/10 of the price and make everybody's life more fun.
Yeah, everybody can join in. You don't have to have the skill set of a surfer.
Yeah, it's like let's take surfing and make it even more chill. Just do the laying down part the whole time.
And name it Boogie. Like, dude, it wasn't like the Tom Morey board or like corporate board TM.
This guy fucking rules.
Yeah.
Well, to memorialize Tom Morey, do you guys want to talk about, maybe your favorite Boogie board experiences if you have any?
Yeah, one time when I was 12 and I had braces, I rode this really radical wave, but it's one of those ones that the wave, takes control, and it somersaulted me and it pounded my face into the ground. And then it drug me 5 feet across the beach on my face by pushing the board. And I was like,
oh my God.
And, yeah, I mean, I boogie boarded the next day, but it definitely hurt.
Yeah, unfortunately, my story is going to have a similar outcome. I've only boogie boarded in the ocean once, but we we had a boogie board at the lake that I used to spend like my entire summer at. And one time, like we would just do stupid things because we were there all summer, right? So we just had to eventually like make up things to do. And so I was jumping off of the dock, like onto the boogie board to see if that would work. But I did the splits a little bit on accident. I didn't land perfectly. Oh, no. And I landed on the edge, like with my groin.
No.
And you know how like when something is buoyant and you force it underwater, it like shoots up 1,000 times faster than it goes under the water in the first place? I don't get how that's possible. And so that was like, it like lifted me out of the water.
You got popsicle sticked.
Yeah. So I mean, I love the boogie board, but it does come with a little bit of pain.
Yeah, so let's maybe talk about our sickest boogie board injuries, actually, because I've had a couple hits a little bit. Like Amber and I went boogie boarding in Malibu, not recently, just a few years ago, and they have one of those beaches where it's kind of like a 45-degree angle to the water, and we hit the wave, we're like, yeah, and then as soon as it's like hitting a brick wall with your face, just smacking straight into the thing. Like we ate sand, my like shorts like pulled all the way down, like it was really bad. But my best boogie boarding experience was in Hawaii, man. Like beautiful sands, like the waves were perfect. There was actually this mom who actually like was totally random. She videotaped me boogie boarding. I felt like the most radical dude. But then that day, this beach is like, a good 3 miles from the bus stop. And I think my shorts I had just bought was kind of, was kind of new. It wasn't like broken in yet. But anyways, I ended up getting like really, really, really bad, what's that? When like you're chafing in my inner thighs, just in my inner thighs, which is horrifically chafed, like blistering, almost bleeding. By the time I made it to the bus, and it was like the bumpiest bus ride, and I was actually in tears. It was that bad. It was the worst chafing I've ever had. So then I go to the store and I buy some aloe vera because I heard that's great for chafing, and I didn't read that it had menthol in it. So I go into the bathroom in this hotel with very thin walls, and I pull out the aloe vera and I rub it. I get a huge glob, and I'm like, "Oh, please save me!" Because I'm still like crying and gritting my teeth because it hurts so bad. And I rub it all over my kind of my crotch region that's chafed. And then Amber said she just heard a scream from the bathroom. I think I blacked out, dude. I think I seriously blacked out because I was on the ground. The burning came instantly and didn't go away for like an hour and a half. Anyways, boogie boards are sick, dude, and I would definitely recommend it.
Hey, you guys remember any good stories on your boogie boards? No, only bad ones.
Guys, I know it super sounds like you'll get hurt if you use a boogie board.
Please go boogie boarding. It's a blast.
They're the most fucking radical thing. I wasn't even mad about my crotch chafing. It's a really sick activity. Rest in peace, Tom.
Sorry that you're associated with this episode
with pain.
Yes, with all of us getting hurt. But my soul healed from that. Well, guys, speaking of soul healing, do we want to get into what we watched this week?
Yeah, we should.
And who has the synopsis by
I just 5 seconds ago, I think I just remembered that Denali has it.
No way. Yep. I did My Bloody Valentine. Then there was Halloween. Right? Then someone else. So, Jace, didn't you do Halloween?
Yeah.
So that means it's someone who's not me or Jace.
Yeah.
Who's gonna do Thankskilling synopsis.
I think I remember that.
Dang, who would that be? Which one of us is not Denali, not Jace?
I thought about this for a little while and decided that I didn't want to do it and was going to gaslight you.
Yeah, okay. Well, Brian, listen. We've been doing this, like we said, for, 35 plus episodes. We're professionals at this point. We're experts at being impartial. So listen, you have me and Jace's backing. I want you to take your best crack at this. Straight down the middle, C+ review of this movie. And please, just do it justice. Don't tip your hand. The audience is on the edge of its seat trying to figure out what we think about this gosh darn movie. So let's give them a show. So
okay.
Maybe if you want to just kind of say a little bit about the movie and the theme.
I know how to do it.
Okay, yeah, just
You telling me how to do my job?
I'm telling, yeah.
You come in here with your trust fund and tell me how to do my job?
Are you doing like another improv? The
Just
improv thing.
because your daddy died doesn't mean that you and your college education know how to do my job.
Well, listen, pal. I paid a lot of money to get on this spaceship, and gosh darn it, I'm gonna drive it. Oh, werewolf! Quick, let's put our differences aside and work together to defeat it.
I opened IMDb to refresh myself on the names of people in this movie, but then I realized it doesn't really even matter at all.
Doesn't matter.
Because since nobody associated with this movie has ever done anything else.
Ryan, kick it off and let's ghost ride this whip.
Yeah. Okay. Thankskilling, released in 2009, is a amateur indie comedy horror movie. Now, this movie is not made by professionals. It's made on a mere $3,000 budget.
I got my hand on the buzzer right now, Ryan. You're flying close.
The movie's plot revolves around the unintentional resurrection of a murderous turkey that can speak and is very good at killing. And originally, this turkey had committed murders at the original Thanksgiving.
Oh.
And these teenagers accidentally resurrected, like I said. And that triggers a killing frenzy by the turkey in our modern day.
Well, how do they resurrect the turkey?
Those are details.
Okay, yeah.
I guess you got to see it to believe it. Now, our cast is the typical slasher movie cast with like jock and nerd and dumb kid and let's just say a little bit more promiscuous woman and a little bit less promiscuous woman.
Classic formula.
Yeah, and they go on a series of misadventures, and the turkey basically slashes them down one by one. And this movie is terrible. You should never watch it.
Buzz. He's speaking for himself there.
Ryan does not represent all of our views, though he might. We just can't say if he does or not. Yeah, I think, Ryan, that was the most fair review I think I've ever heard of this. Yeah, you guys kind of mentioned this in our. We kind of have like a little text thread when we watch these movies. I didn't realize this was like a B/Z movie.
It's a Z movie for sure. I thought it was going to be a B movie, but I didn't think it was going to be a Z movie.
Yeah. It does have a sequel. You guys might have seen this in 2012. That was kickstarted with a budget of $112,000. I think that might bump it to a C movie, maybe like close to the B movie range. That has a bigger budget. It's called Thankskilling 3. I think they skipped the second one.
Yeah, the plot of Thankskilling 3 is that the turkey's on a rampage to kill everybody and retrieve the last remaining copy of Thankskilling 2.
That's fucking genius.
We should have watched that one.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
It takes place in space, and the tagline is "In space, no one can hear you." Based.
Gobble gobble, motherfuckers.
I think out of all of the because in Amazon, when you watch these movies on Amazon Rental, which as we sometimes do, there's like the trivia page, and I think that this trivia page was like some of the funniest trivia I think I've ever seen. Like the opening scene is is a pilgrim, partially nude, I guess,
topless,
thank you, Jace, running through a forest, and the turkey comes up behind her, and hits her with an axe. And I saw in the trivia that originally it was supposed to be a huge ornate feast scene with like pilgrims and Native Americans, but then their budget ran out and just had to film this in a public park without a permit, which I think is hilarious.
They spent the majority of their budget on Wanda Lust, who they found on Craigslist.
Wait, are you serious? Is that?
Yeah.
So is she a legitimate? I mean, I figured she was like an adult film star just from the name.
Yes.
When I turned this movie on, literally the first scene is
they warn you.
Yeah, I was like, I had to double check the description. I was like, is this a porno? Did we accidentally pick a porno? And I think even 30 minutes in, I wrote again in my notes, I'm still not convinced this isn't a porno. Because it was. So, I think this movie took a lot of risks. I think it took a lot of creative risks. I think the experimental camera work was interesting.
Not God, kill me.
A tripod at all. Just kind of shaking it and doing just whatever with it, I think was just really it was kind of like punk rock. Kind of, would you guys agree?
Oh yeah,
This is what I mean. It's like, oh my God, I don't want to get into roasting this. I want to talk about it first before we start to dissecting it. But like, there was some parts of this that was so close to being funny or like okay to laugh at, and then there was just like one thing that was wrong where I was like, I can't laugh at this.
Yeah,
I wish. I don't know. I have some serious thoughts.
This is peak. Like I told you, Ryan. This is 2012 bussin'. And this is 20. This was made by a bunch of juniors and seniors in college in 2009. Yeah. We would have laughed our asses off at every single one of these. Well, I did. I mean, I did laugh my ass off. I felt dirty about it, but I laughed my ass off at pretty much every single line.
This was the guiltiest laugh. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
This really it puts into perspective how you kind of grow as a person.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think you could definitely learn from watching very terrible, horrible things. Thinking I do not want to be this person. Like I should drastically change my lifestyle.
This movie was like kind of like when you watch those internet videos where a guy like trips and falls down the stairs, and you kind of like laugh just like without realizing it, and you feel bad. You're like, oh shit, I hope that didn't hurt anyone. But then you still laughed and you feel pretty bad about it.
Next time you're near a set of stairs, you're like, oh, I remember this video. I better watch my step.
That was kind of the thing. Well, let's delve in a little bit. I think conceptually, I think is interesting, where how the turkey rises from the dead. You guys remember that scene?
I don't think that's conceptually interesting at all.
He raises every 505 years.
Yeah, but like there was a scene where.
First off, with the 505 thing, like why that specific? Why not do it every 101 years? So you would get 5 times as much killing in.
Well, because the movie was filmed in 2009, and then
both would work.
Okay, if a fucking invincible turkey is coming up every 100 years, don't you think like every single textbook is gonna be like, watch out for this goddamn turkey? Not like one.
How would the books even know if this was the only time it had ever happened? Every 505 years it comes by, and it's only been 505 years since the whole thing started in the first place. So how would they know that's the pattern? Because there hasn't even happened yet.
The turkey was very verbose. Like he would say a lot of shit before he hacked somebody. He probably said it at some point, and pilgrims are like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna write that down for the other people. Watch out for this buster." Because can you imagine just how our government and our culture would change if we knew 100% that a turkey would come out every 100 years and then just massacre a bunch of people? Maybe that's why we only pardon one turkey a year and kill the rest.
Yeah.
Like, do we already plan for this?
Maybe it's every 505 years a president will accidentally pardon the wrong turkey and it'll go on a killing spree.
So maybe
that would have been so much better of a premise.
Well, the scene is, and we've already said this movie is bonkers problematic. But there's I guess a prop Native American totem pole in the ground. A dog runs and pees on it, and immediately. This turkey comes out, and his first line is, "Aw, fuck, aw, piss, blah," and then kills the dog. And I just... The first showing of that turkey head coming out of the dirt, I was like eating a microwave burrito, and I just like, I was choking, man.
Props.
I couldn't... Yeah.
I thought they, for them having to make this turkey prop themselves for this student project video, I thought the prop was pretty funny.
That prop was straight hilarious. Yeah, if you guys don't want to watch this movie, just look up the images of this movie. The prop is fucking great. And honestly, I couldn't make that.
I think they did well with like the gore and with some of the props. Like I wouldn't have expected them to be able to throw together some of this random crap they did, because they filmed in 11 days.
Sure. Well, right. And let's be clear, as far as amateur movies goes, like if the three of us were like, here's $3,000, you have 11 days to make a movie, it would not be this good.
Yeah.
Because just because like this is lightning in a bottle.
From the trivia page, there's not a single scene that was an outtake. Every single scene that they filmed was in the movie. Or like they didn't film any extra footage. There's no extra footage. It was just like, okay, cut and paste to make it work.
I think it was brilliant and daring when the sheriff was talking to his wife and he's like, God damn, what'd you do to this coffee? Take a shit in it? And she was like, as a matter of fact, I did. And she lifts the pot and there is a shit in the coffee pot. And he's like, oh, dang it. And the scene changes. You know, it's brilliant writing like that, I think, that's missing in Hollywood nowadays, where people just take risks. Don't you agree, Ryan? You know what?
Ryan, you don't think that?
Yeah.
There's that great scene with like the father and son, and the father's like, hey son, how are you? And the son's like, good dad, how about you? And the dad looks at him disapprovingly and farts and then gets up and leaves.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. I remember that. That whole scene was hilarious because the dad like didn't even want to look at the son. He like was disowned the son because the son was demoted to second string quarterback at college.
That whole Johnny sequence where his parents died was hilarious because like the first kill is the turkey comes up behind his dad and cuts his head off, and he's like, go deep, Johnny, and throws the head at the kid. And he catches it. And then he seems so nonplussed by his dad scene. He's like driving home and he's like, no more pie, no more cranberry sauce, just fucking turkey. and he waits like a whole hour to tell his friends, like they're already drinking together. And he's like, hey guys, I gotta come clean. That turkey killed my parents.
I think, okay, so scene by scene, like in isolation, some scenes are hilarious, right?
Yeah.
The problem is that most people defend this by saying, oh, they were purposefully making a bad movie. But that, I think, completely misses the point. In that, if you can only make bad movies, you can't say, oh yeah, we made a bad movie on purpose because we knew it was going to be bad. Therefore, it was on purpose. You can sort of tell that they tried to make an actual movie and they just were not very good at it, because if they were any good at it, they would make the script like actually make sense and be funny and be kind of meta and poking fun at other movies, but they never did that. There were obviously some tongue-in-cheek jokes that were meant to not be funny, like how they would repeat the same joke twice.
I thought that was hilarious.
But the other situation is like, if they were trying to do this on purpose, there would be large chunks of the movie that showed good filmmaking, and then there would be funny parts that were purposefully bad. Like, but the whole thing was terrible, and yes, some parts were tongue in cheek, but that doesn't mean that the bad parts were good.
I hear you, Ryan. You know, it's almost like they're using the badness maybe as a shield to be like, well, we did this on purpose. The thing about this movie is if they, I have to admit, I laughed my ass off, and I didn't like it. I think if these people made like a more recent movie and, you know, tried to kind of update and evolve their social awareness and cut out all of pretty much every type of offensive thing they put in this movie, I think there could be something funny in here. There was a lot of really good gags that laughter just came out of me like vomit. I didn't have control of it coming out of me. I think it caught me so off guard. I think there's something to be said about that, at least. But yeah, these guys aren't filmmakers, man. They're just, I think they're...
The, one of them is still working as a producer. Whether or not it's on good projects is...
Well, they said they were gonna make a different movie, an Easter-themed killer movie. Did you guys see that? Let me see if I can find the name here. Eggs Stravakill was almost made, but they decided to settle on Thankskilling, and I'm presuming it's eggs like the Easter with a bunny.
Who was your favorite? Who's your favorite actor? I thought Billy did well. The big redneck.
Billy was freaking hilarious.
I think he did great, and I hope he was writing some of the
Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Billy was solid. Yeah.
There were the two actually really funny parts that I thought were, I guess, like unironically funny were Billy related. When they had the montage of him and the nerd like being best friends.
Right.
That was good. Like, that was pretty funny. And then there's another point when the nerd is being killed by the turkey. It takes a very long time.
Yeah, what the fuck?
The guys like die, like getting beaked to death. And the Billy, the fat redneck, is like saying, "Come on, come to heaven, Darren, come to heaven." And he's like an angel. That's pretty funny.
That was a hilarious scene. The very ending where like everybody dies. And then Johnny's like, "I sure learned a lot from this experience, and I've made lifelong friends." And they go and watch a movie. I think it was really good. It seemed like everyone was kind of hit really hard in the head with a cinder block, and were just kind of made to act around. Because the delivery, the lines, everything was just absolutely wild. If you were on any type of brain-altering substance and watch this, I'm really curious to hear what your experience is. Do you guys have maybe a favorite kill in this movie? We've talked about our favorite kills for the past few slashers.
I'm trying to remember them.
Yeah, there was a lot of
I thought wearing the dad's face and the just complete, like, everyone ignoring the fact that it's like, "Oh, hey, Dad." He's like, hey, honey. that whole sequence was crazy.
The dad's face on the turkey, and then having the camera from the turkey's perspective, where he's like a foot tall, talking to everybody, was pretty great. I think one of my favorite kills was the Billy kill, where Billy is so hungry he sees a hologram of a turkey or like a ghost turkey. He picks it up and eats it, and the turkey blows out his insides with a shotgun and comes out and says, "Gobble gobble, motherfucker." That was pretty good. Brian, you got a favorite kill?
Like, honestly, I don't remember anything other than that kill and the Darren kill, the nerd kid, whose like his tongue was ripped out and then heart was pecked out like through his ribs. That was pretty metal.
That was way too long too. And that was, of course, after the turkey gets shotgunned into a garbage can full of radioactive waste and comes back to life as a zombie radioactive turkey. Of course.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's
we all saw that coming.
That is something that we would have put into the movie if we wrote it. How many times have we talked about radioactive waste on this podcast?
There's an alternate universe where we just literally pitched this movie in a vacuum, verbatim. There's another kill. Let's see here. He kills a lot of people with a 12-gauge shotgun, which I think is an interesting choice.
Yeah, that's an interesting storytelling choice.
Because the legends say he uses an axe, but then he kind of only uses it once. He uses the shotgun the rest of the time.
Well, I know why. Why give the turkey a shotgun if you're making a movie about a turkey slasher?
I think maybe it's a bit of a reversal,
role reversal.
Yeah. Because there's another time where I won't talk about the circumstances, but he does shoot a guy in a car with a shotgun, and then drive the car to the city. There's a couple. I think there's like 4 or 5 shotgun kills. The rest are knives. I think there's 2 axe kills. I think those are the most memorable.
He pecks 2 people. He pecks Billy and Darren.
Yeah. Oh, Johnny gets killed by like a egg beater thing. He stabs him with an egg beater and turns it on in the stomach, and he's like, "Oh!"
I forgot how that guy died. I don't think I was watching.
I feel like I have forgotten a lot of this movie. Kind of vapid.
I'm struggling to grasp at it because I watched this, just mere hours ago. I'm struggling to hold on to this as it wastes away. I like the turkey's closing line as he's being burned alive. It's oh fuck my feathers, asshole.
Oh yeah, my feathers are fucking melting. Oh my god.
I think the turkey, like every time the turkey said something, I like couldn't be drinking anything.
I want an entire another movie of just that turkey like describing things as they're happening off screen, so that way they don't have to pay for the special effects.
I think it's interesting how I don't know if you guys remember how they killed the turkey or how they figured out the information.
It was pretty racist.
Yes,
all of it was.
It was bonkers racist. There's a line before that where they're like, I don't know what to do about this turkey. He's survived everything we've thrown at him. And then one of them's just like, no, we haven't done anything to stop him yet. And he's like, oh yeah. And then they go to the library. There's just so much stupid shit in this movie.
My dad has a lot of books. Maybe he has a book on how to kill the turkey.
And he did.
What?
You guys want to get into our reviews?
Sure,
Unless, do you guys have something else you want to talk about with this
I think
movie?
everything I want to say could come in my review rant.
That's kind of what I'm getting.
Same, yeah.
Jace? Okay. Yeah, I think other than that, we've mostly just been kind of saying our favorite lines from this movie. There's a lot of things we probably want to talk about just kind of exterior to the actual movie watching process, which I think can come to with our review. But with that, I guess we can go into our spiritometers. That's what we're calling it. So and I guess I'll tee us off for our spiritometers. Jace, you want to introduce the spiritometer? I think it's your concept.
Heck yeah. How boy howdy hoo. This season on the Holiday Horror Hotel, we're reviewing movies that are holiday horrors. And our spiritometer is a ranked scale.
Mm-hmm.
Denali, is your scale still 1 to 10, 0 to 10? Are there decimal places in the spiritometer?
0 to 10 with decimal places.
0 to 10 with decimals. Where we take a crack at rating how much holiday spirit was in each one of these horror movies. We each have our own metrics, but how we rank something like Thankskilling against My Bloody Valentine and Halloween.
Yeah, for sure. So this movie, I was kind of thinking about it. It's called Thankskilling, and I think this movie deserves at least some. No, actually, I don't. I don't think it deserves credit. No one has touched Thanksgiving as like a horror movie. I think for a good reason. There's probably Thanksgiving just as a whole is kind of a problematic holiday too, in general, and they probably just don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Totally understandable. With that said, this movie isn't very Thanksgiving-y, I guess. Like, they will talk about, I mean, one, he is a turkey, okay? He's a turkey who kills people. There is a scene where people are eating Thanksgiving at the end, and he comes back as a roast turkey and kills them all, and says, I always come back for seconds, which I think is pretty good. So I think that does earn some points where they literally show the celebration. There's some autumn scenes. I'm trying to talk myself through this score because I feel like I'm threading a difficult needle here that I don't want to thread. I think I'm gonna give it a 4. Okay, a 4, because it doesn't. I didn't get a very Thanksgiving vibe from this. Okay, they showed one scene of people eating meals and a turkey killing people and saying gobble gobble motherfucker just doesn't quite do it for me. All right, and I think that's all I want to say about that.
Oh God!
If you guys want to get into the Thanksgiving spirit, watch any movie.
Anything but this.
Any movie besides this. Watch Spider-Man. Watch the first Spider-Man. That's a better Thanksgiving themed movie than this. All right, Ryan. That's a 4. That's a 4 on my spiritometer.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be so nice. I think this movie deserves 0 credit. I think they thought of a funny holiday concept and were like, yeah. They put 0 effort into it feeling like Thanksgiving. They said, oh, cool, I love Thanksgiving break. And then there was a couple phone calls that said, honey, are you coming home for Thanksgiving? And then that was it.
The Thanksgiving dance.
Oh, that was right. Are you going to come to the Thanksgiving dance? Which is, we all associate very heavily with Thanksgiving. I know that.
Yep.
So I'm going to give it a 1. I don't think that you could do much less and still have it be considered a holiday horror movie. And if you're gonna make a holiday horror movie, you need to do more than the absolute bare minimum.
That's fair, Ryan. I wasn't strongly attached to my 4 by my very hesitant review, and I think you're probably right. Jace, what do you think? Don't feel influenced by us. Just what you felt.
My original number was like a 7.
Yeah.
It's a turkey named Turkie. There's a lot of really offensive stuff about pilgrims and the.
What's more Thanksgiving than that?
And then they're going on Thanksgiving break. I remember being happy for Thanksgiving break.
Yeah.
Get like a week off, go see your family.
Yeah.
My favorite meal is a Thanksgiving meal. Thanksgiving sandwich.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I think a sandwich scene would have bumped it 1 for me.
Yeah. So he uses a shotgun, which is just the idea of people hunting turkeys in the woods with shotguns is just very. I'm thinking about a turkey dying. It's that way, But yeah, I'm bringing it way down. They couldn't do much with $3,000. I have to keep bringing myself back to the fact that I don't even know what this was filmed on. Was like a camcorder,
a Nokia Razor or something.
A camera that was grown into a lab rat.
So, as far as my spiritometer, I'm gonna go with a 4 as well.
Okay.
I would rather watch and rate another 12 doc movies than try to allocate a spiritometer score to this movie.
It is interesting that when we look at the spiritometers, a lot of these killers will use themed killing methods, right? Like My Bloody Valentine, the dude was using. Well, I guess he wasn't using like Cupid bow in it. He was using mining tools. That's not very holiday.
He was cutting hearts out though.
He was cutting hearts. Thank you, Jace. Yeah, he was putting them in chocolate boxes. Halloween, he was using like a pumpkin carving knife, I guess. In this one, he was using a shotgun, which is, I guess, that's the only really like Thanksgiving weapon besides like a sharpened yam, a raw yam. I think you can pull that off. But no more procrastinating. I'm gonna get into my review.
Yep.
I think this is the easiest 0 I've ever given. Okay. And you know what? I don't think I'm making anyone upset there. I don't even think I'm making the creators upset by saying it's a 0. They set out and they're like, we're gonna make the stupidest fucking movie ever made, and congratulations, guys. Congratulations. Like Ryan mentioned too, like. Just because you're purposely making a bad movie doesn't make you necessarily clever. There were things that were just not done well, just from a purposeful and non-purposeful standpoint. You'll kind of see what we mean when you watched it. You'll notice a sense of hesitancy when we're talking about this movie. It's because we're trying not to talk about so many scenes and so many lines from this movie. So if you have any, like we said in a previous episode, if you're the least bit traumatizable, just definitely don't watch this movie. It's not a bad thing to skip this movie for sure. If you do end up watching it, just go in with a mindset of, I'm gonna see some of the most just fucking wildly 2009 shit possible. This was the peak era of let's do something so fucked up and hope people laugh. So that's kind of what this movie is. That said, I fucking laughed, guys. All right, I laughed my ass off with some of these really dumb jokes. I think some of the lines that were meant to be funny were fucking funny, but I'm not proud of those laughs. I think if I'm telling people about what I laughed at, I'm not psyched about it. I'm not at all. I wish these guys, I'll give people room to grow in their sense of social awareness. Us in 2009, freshmen in high school, we were absolute idiots. We loved offensive jokes. We had horribly problematic worldviews, and we've tried to make an effort to kind of amend that. If these guys wanted to, take social notes and try to amend all of those problematic aspects, and remake this movie and just keep the same stupid humor, I think it would be very watchable. I think people can laugh about this without feeling bad and wondering if they're perpetuating something that's like shitty for society. I think meatheads can watch this movie and be like, haha, see, that's funny, it's okay to say. And we would have thought the same thing in 2009, unfortunately. So it's gonna be a 0. That's that.
Wow, Denali, thank you for incorporating that into your movie review when you probably had other things you wanted to say. I 100% agree, and I incorporate that. But I'm going to go now, not just give a disclaimer, because you have provided a very good disclaimer, and I appreciate it.
Thank you, Ryan.
Once again, I don't endorse this movie, and I think my review will come forth and say that, because I'm going to give this movie a 0. In no good conscience could I give it a single score.
You broke your own scale, Ryan.
Oh, yeah. I think I even stayed with the scale with Airbud Spikes Back.
I think you did.
This is worse than Airbud Spikes Back. Like, from the opening shot, it's worse than Airbud Spikes Back. So I didn't take notes. I didn't want to deign to taking notes for something like this. I didn't want a written recording that I had watched this movie. But I think along the lines of what makes a bad movie good, I think it does take some self-awareness and some tongue-in-cheek. And one of my favorite movies is the movie Wet Hot American Summer. It's a spoof of like camp summer movies, or like, you know, stupid teen romance movies. And it is legitimately funny. There are characters in it who only think about sex, just like characters in this movie, right? But in Wet Hot American Summer, they outright make it a joke. They say, look, I'm only interested in sex. I'm only interested in sex with hot people, not with nerds like you. So I'm sorry, we can't be in a relationship. And like, that's played for laughs, and it's funny that way. But when you have a character who says things like that and apparently means them, and it's not obviously a joke, you have to wonder, how much do the filmmakers actually believe these things, right? And that's what made it like very difficult for me to laugh at this movie, because I feel like the filmmakers wanted us to laugh along with them, when really, if anything, we should be like laughing at them for having such crazy beliefs. And if you're going to do comedy gone wrong, then you need to make sure that the audience is still laughing with you no matter what you say. And so my review is going to be a 0, because I don't want to lose all my friends and my law license.
Yeah, well said, Ryan. You know what, Jace, you just want to? I'm going to comment on it, but you know, let's get through our reviews.
I'm also giving it a 0.
Damn.
Woo! Clean.
But I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't recommend it, because I would tell people to watch this. I understand there's some problematic shit, but I think for a movie from 2009 that was made by some college kids for $3,000, I wouldn't compare that to a movie that had a $5 million budget and people that were actually actors. Because these were, they literally, one of the girls that's in this, they were like, oh, we're doing auditions in my garage 2 days before we start filming this for 11 days. Send people over. But yeah, I mean, like, I thought it was interesting that the trivia said that there were no outtakes. There was no additional footage. Everything that was done was in the movie, and it shows. I can't imagine even us doing a project and thinking that some of the shots that they were doing were okay. Being like a foot away from the face and like shaking. You guys, the movie is like what, an hour long? It felt like I was watching this shit for a day. I was like on the couch. Like, I think the amount of times that I had laughed and the things that I laughed at had emotionally drained me to the point of lethargy. And I was like, please God, let it end. I'm so done with this movie. And then at the same time, I have motion sickness, because it's like,
oh yeah.
And there were like 900 cuts for an hour-long movie. Yeah. So got some laughs from me, but dear God, this is a big steamy duker. and I wouldn't feel right giving it anything above a 0.
Yeah. I figured this would happen. Yeah.
When the only comment from anybody on the internet when they talk about this movie is, excuse me, and you can bleep the second part out, nice, which is the opening phrase. That's the only thing anybody ever talks about in this whole film. It's bad. It's bad.
That's the type of movie it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, well said. I I think you guys summarized that better than I did. I think in a way this is a bit of a time capsule for what people thought was funny in 2009, especially like college bros who made this movie. Think about comedies back during this time. If you even watch it back even in 2009 in like the mainstream Hollywood sense, there's shit you can pick out where they're like, oh, that's not okay anymore. And that was even like in the mainstream. So think about what like some idiots who are just filming with a camcorder are going to be doing. So in a way, it's a bit of a social time capsule. With that said, there was the Thanksgiving puppet was pretty funny. Okay, the turkey puppet, I laughed at it. It was stupid. It was bad. Watch it if you're morbidly curious. This ain't gonna get an endorsement from the old GBGBs, guys.
Yeah, Jace, I agree with you when you said that it felt longer than it was, even though it was only like 60 minutes. I watched Dune yesterday, and Dune felt shorter than this movie.
Oh.
And the other thing is, I sort of agree that it was a time capsule, right? But there are movies made prior to this that address these topics just fine. Now, they were made by adults and were made by professionals. And I hate to sound like a broken record, but I'm mostly referring to Wet Hot American Summer. And Jace did point this out. It was made by professionals. They have a higher budget, but still, like, the script alone addresses these topics in an okay way. In that movie, they do say gay slurs, and then it's addressed later in the movie themselves. So you're never like leaving the movie saying, wow, I wonder if the filmmakers think that's okay to say, because that question is answered.
Good point. Yeah, I think this movie could benefit from that sense of at least reflection. So if anyone's seen this movie, I'm curious to hear what you think, what your reaction was. Feel free to hit us up on the GBGB Twitter or Instagram if you have any opinions on our review of this movie. We definitely like to hear them as well. Or if you can get another recommendation of a horror-oriented Thanksgiving movie we should have watched that we totally missed, I'd like to hear those too. But we did it, guys. We got through our Thanksgiving episode. I'm thankful that we're done with this movie.
Yeah, me too.
Boy, oh boy, that was a rough one. Are you guys gonna watch the sequel? Should we do the sequel next week?
Oh God.
Oh yeah, I'm in. Buckle
okay. in. We gotta pick another movie, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Crap.
Briefly about this movie though, because it says at the end, to be continued in space, and there's those sequels. But in 2013, there was an off Broadway musical adaptation that premiered in Seattle.
What?
I don't know. I kind of want to know what it would look like. I just, I don't know if I want to give him money, but I kind of want to I want to know what that is. And the sequel was kickstarted. But I digress. Let us know what you think about this. Let's think about our next holiday horror movie, guys. We're coming up on episode 5. We're at the midpoint. Do we want to look at Christmas movies, or do we want to just go off date and just pick a different holiday?
This might be a week where we need to go off because Christmas and New Year's are both going to be like actual holidays that we can do like on that week, right?
Yeah.
Totally. So we're about to watch Midsummer, huh?
We can watch Midsummer.
An actual, real, fucking scary movie.
Yeah, we can watch Midsummer. Man.
So is Midsummer an actual holiday?
Solstice.
I don't. It's summer solstice. Is it just? Is it kind of like a? Is it a Scandinavian like themed movie? I wasn't. I don't know a lot about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the Scandinavian midnight sun.
I mean, I'm down. I am down for Midsummer because I haven't seen it. Have you guys seen Midsummer?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, yeah, because we saw a real dumper this week. No one can say we did not see a dumper. I think we could see a movie that's been critically acclaimed, like Midsummer, that is, that's a holiday movie, right? Like, they're celebrating a holiday and people start getting axed and shit, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
So this is going to be a freshie for all of us.
I've seen Midsummer.
Oh, you've seen Midsummer. All right. If you're down to see it again, Jace,
I do.
I think that'll make a nice mid-season episode. A bit of a solstice for our holiday horror season. Okay, well, I think if you guys are down, let's do Midsummer. It is freely available to us on streaming, so I think that's also a great thing. I feel bad that I paid money to rent Thankskilling.
Really? I watched it free with ads.
What the hell? How'd you watch it free?
What?
Where'd you
free with ads on like
well,
Pluto
hang on,
TV.
Ryan.
Oh,
Pluto
okay.
What the
does
fuck
that
is
even
Pluto
mean?
TV?
Dude, just go to IMDb, click on Thankskilling, and it should be in the sidebar.
Are you serious? Dude, I paid $2 to these people. I gave them $2.
Yeah.
Who knows what they're gonna do with that?
So if you go on IMDb page, it'll say watch on Pluto TV.
If they announce tomorrow, they're like, oh, we were $4 short on making a sequel, but thank God 2 guys pulled it in for us, and we're gonna move forward. Well, we hope you guys will join us next week with our review of Midsummer, which came out like 2 years ago? Yeah, pretty recent movie. I think this is one of the most recent movies we've done. Follow us at GBGB Podcast on Twitter, Good Boys Gone Bland on Instagram. Hit us up on any social medias. Throw us a subscribe or review if you haven't already. You know, even if your review just says thumbs up emoji, we'll be psyched. Just throw us that good old 5 stars. That helps us out more than anything with the podcast algorithms and whatnot. Subscribe to our YouTubes. See our faces while we watch these movies.
Please.
Tell your Thanksgiving dinner about us.
Oh, tell your dinner about us. Just whisper it.
Yeah.
Into the turkey hole.
It'll make it juicy.
Oh, I was thinking like the guests at the table.
Oh.
Yeah. Mention it. Mention our podcast to your family you see in Thanksgiving. When you go to like the deli, and you're getting a turkey, you think the deli dudes would unfortunately be able to kill this turkey from Thanksgiving?
Oh, the deli dudes?
Ooh.
Well, we saw the turkey make a salad.
He did make a
salad. Oh.
I know we don't want this crossover, so this is going to be totally hypothetical. This isn't an invitation for us to cross over with this movie. But I think the deli dudes could do it.
Lettuce Man, I think alone would generate enough lettuce to incapacitate
Lettuce
the
Night.
turkey.
Jesus Christ, Ryan. Keep track of our own IP.
Lettuce Man?
It's Lettuce Night. Lettuce Man, it sounds fucking stupid.
Gobble, gobble, motherfuckers.
If you guys have a favorite holiday movie as well that you'd like to recommend to us, shoot us a DM or a tweet too. We'd love to hear your suggestions. There's a gigantic, horrific pool of holiday horror movies that we have to pick from. But it might be fun to hear your recommendations as well. With that said, you guys got any parting messages? Anything for the holidays? Anything for today? We're sorry that we brought your attention to this movie. We're sorry. Hey guys, we're sorry.
We also wish we didn't watch it.
Just thanks for listening. Don't watch this movie, but please enjoy whatever you guys celebrate around these times. Please enjoy yourselves.
Yeah.
And gobble gobble, motherfuckers.
Gobble gobble, motherfuckers.
Gobble gobble. No.